Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with occasional review. Today's video is going to be an update on 1 month in my Jibun Techo. Okay, update. I hate it. Let's just get that out there, shall we? Let's not bury the lead. I hate it and I think I'm pretty much going to quit. So scratch that. I am quitting the days. I don't think it's a fault of the actual planner. It's beautiful. I tried to put it in a Wide Traveler's notebook at the beginning, end rather, of last week for this week. I didn't even make it through this week. Okay, you guys, today is Thursday. So let's stop at all of these tabs that I mentioned I'm supposed to stop at. Am I like zoomed out too much? I think we're okay. So you will have noticed that if you've been watching this since the beginning, not that it was that far back anyway, I have added more and more sticky notes. I'm really into sticky notes. I've always been into sticky notes and it's just what I want to do. Like, I don't want to do a daily page anymore. I just want to make, you know, a little sticky note, maybe a bigger one than this. This one's kind of, I don't know. Who cares? This is not, the point isn't this, but let's just go with it, shall we? I could make a sticky note like this, and this could be my dailies, and I could either stick it on a page or throw it away when I'm done, and I would be satisfied. I would absolutely be satisfied. I don't need a daily planner. I thought this was going to be the year that I was going to use one or need one. That's not working out. I'm trying to move this mat up so you don't see that white spot up there. There we go. Okay, so this is okay. I'm not utilizing this. I'm just using the sticky notes. And that's fine. I'm a sticky note person. Yeah, here we go with the monthly. I have gone through and marked off when Jade and Isaac are having their spring break. I don't know if my niece Busy and my nephew Johnny are going to have spring break at the same time because they're in college. I doubt it. It's probably next month. So here's some things that I have ordered recently, and I went to Torrid, and I went with my family to Torrid, right? And they're like, oh, don't you want to try for a credit card? And I was like, no. And I told her like 15 times, and I think they have to ask you at least 20. So by the time she asked me the 20th time, I was like, fine. And of course, I ended up getting a Torrid card, which I don't need a Torrid card. I don't need one. But I wanted the % off, and I'm so utterly ridiculous. Can you guys relate to that? Do you go into stores and come out with credit cards you don't want? Probably not. Maybe it's just a Sylvia thing. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm just waiting on the card to come in the mail, and I had to call because if you're like me and you either live in a rural area or you don't get your mail at your physical address, they ask for your physical address, and I tell them. So I had to call in and change it, and she thinks, the lady I talked to, thinks that she got it and it should be fine. But if not, in a few more days, I'll have to call and order another one. I know, it's already becoming a hassle. I haven't even spent any money on it. Anyway, so I did get a JBL, which is a customized speaker from the website. So I uploaded a picture to have put on there, and I'm so excited about it because some of the audiobooks on my phone are too low for me to hear, and I'm trying to wash dishes. And I'd really love to listen to an audiobook while I'm in the shower, and my phone is just not powerful enough. I used to have speakers in the past, and one by one they all died, and I just never got any other ones. I did order some contacts. Oh my gosh, you guys, I did this is like besides the point, but since I've done literally nothing else, let's just talk about it quickly. I did my eye exam online for contacts. I didn't even know that was a thing you can do, but I passed it, and they were totally fine with the results or whatever, because they make you look up, to the side, left, and then right, you know, and it looked good. So yeah, 1-800-CONTACTS sent me my contacts online, and I got to skip the, you know, like $130, $40 exam if you don't have insurance. So I was pretty excited, and it was free this time. So woohoo there. Also AliExpress, I bought a TN from there, and then I got some inserts from Jet Pens. They're just like the regular inserts, because I think I'm gonna go to a standard traveler's notebook, and these are all the things I'm waiting on. And again, I'm just adding more Post-its. That's all. Oh, sorry, these are not Post-its, excuse me, that's a brand. My niece used to say that all the time. She'd be like, Auntie, do you have any Kraft? And I'd be like, well, there's American cheese, and she's like, yeah. And I'll be like, you know that Kraft is a brand, right? It's not the name of an actual cheese. So I understand that Post-its is a brand, and it's not the name of every single sticky note. I don't know. I think we all kind of do that sometimes. Is it just me? Probably. I've been keeping up. Today is Thursday here and there. I haven't added anything to this calendar other than that. I kind of just use it for my Post-its. Again, it's not Post-its. I was just making a fun for my sticky notes. I just use it for my sticky notes, and that's fine. Have them for forward planning as well, so I don't have to write anything down here yet. That's working out great. Have a little page flag, a polka dot one here that's so cute. I don't know where the rest of these are. I just had it kind of like on the back of something like this. There were some left, but I have like a whole set of these. I got them from like Jet Pens forever ago, and then like the little arrow portion comes off and you can stick it to where you want it to go. It's just so cute. I don't know what I did with those things. I'm gonna have to look for them. Anyway, I set up my weekly. Remember, I talked about that. I've added nothing to it because this is like a week where I have nowhere to go, which is fine because I've been reading a ton. I just finished the second book in this series. It's a YA murder mystery, or we should just say mystery. There is murder as well, but it's just snazzy and I loved it so much. It was a quick read and I was listening to a combination of the audiobook as well as physically reading it. Loved it so much I bought the box set and I'm working on the third book, and there are 3. It's a trilogy, but also the main character moves on to 2 more books, so I don't really know how that works. I'll have to see after the trilogy because I just bought the box set, and I think the 4th book is out and the 5th book she's writing currently. So anyway, highly recommend, highly recommend. So I have been putting notes in here because I had all this space for what I've been reading. So don't look at this in case you want to read the series, because there's probably spoilers. There's just like questions and thoughts I had as I was reading. Pretty much that's it. I'm still doing like a little bit of a to-do list, but look how tiny this is. You guys, at this point, this to-do list could fit into a pocket, not a pocket size, a passport size, and it would be just fine. Like I remember looking at passport and thinking, what is this? It's way too small for me. Right now, it would probably work perfectly for where I am with dailies. Here we are all caught up to today. I did put these for the rest of this week, I guess, yeah, till Sunday. Have some sticky notes here. Realize that Mystery Book Club is on the 14th and not on the 7th. It used to be the first Monday of every month, and for some reason it's not. So I haven't been there in like 2 years because of COVID and everything, and because the books that they were reading at the beginning of the year I just didn't want to read. So I'll have to ask them what happened with that. You guys, I haven't really changed anything, and I just feel like my planning is kind of stale and I just want to move into something else. I'm really just filling up the days because I'm supposed to, and not because I want to or need the space. Does that make sense? I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, yeah, you probably would do that also, but why would you do that if you didn't have to, right? I challenged myself. We're only on day 10 of this 1 month in my Jibun Techo. I want to say Bujo, so excuse me if I said that wrong. I apologize. 1 month in my Jibun Techo days challenge, and I'm pretty much over it. So I'm quitting, and I don't look at it as quitting. I just look at it, I shouldn't say quitting, I should say just moving on. I'm moving on. I'm over it. And yeah, maybe I'll come back to this. Maybe I'll use it as a space to do like my free writing. I've been writing that in another bullet journal that I just wanted to finish up because I had a good like 45 pages left, and I thought, oh, I can just free write in here. So once I'm done with that, I can go ahead and move in here and just write the full-on day, and that would be fun too. And I'd get to use this, and that would be okay. I mean, that's not the point of a planner. But I would still get to use the pages, and then at some point if I wanted to come back to dailies, or I found a month or a quarter of this year where I become a lot busier, then I certainly could do so. I think honestly for me, the struggle I ended up having with this is not taking into consideration that I have a weekly planner, and I also have a weekly planner for my writing, and so therefore all of that stuff is separate. If I had just one planner, then this would certainly do the trick. But since all of that stuff is separated, I don't want to have to write everything 3 times. Like, what is the point of that? Some things do get rewritten multiple times in multiple places. That's unfortunate, and that happens anyway because I get worried I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to open one of the planners and then I'm going to miss it. I think that happens to a lot of other people as well. But for the most part, yeah, I'm going to move on from this, and I still haven't been able to open these guys at all. I don't use the long term. I don't refer to it for anything. I just use the sticky notes at the beginning, like I mentioned here for April and May, which would normally go in long term stuff. I'm like, no, I'm just going to use a sticky note. And then, of course, this is the short term. I turn to this section here and there, but I haven't really been writing things. I've just been moving sticky notes back and forth. So I don't really have, I mean, literally I could do the same thing right here on this. I really don't need this notebook. So that's sort of a bummer as well. I'm just not utilizing these 2 notebooks like I thought I would. At this point, I don't feel like it's the size. I just feel like I just don't need all of this when I have 2 other planners because I like to compartmentalize things. So, I don't know what else to say. Let me know down below if you've quit any planners, or excuse me, we don't quit here. We move on. We move on. We're better and we moved on. Let me know what they were and why. Was it because it was a dailies and you thought you were a dailies person and you're actually not a dailies? That could be a thing. Why am I saying dailies instead of daily? I don't know. Anyway, I still love these little stickers. They're just so cute. These little stick-ons. They're just so adorable. All right, so I guess we're going to look forward to, hopefully, maybe, to the fact that I've ordered some things. I think that's what I'm going to be moving into because I miss my traveler's notebook, and having this in a traveler's notebook cover really made me miss it. And I did think about going back to this size for a traveler's notebook, but I was like, I don't want to carry this. It's going to be spring and summer soon, and I want something that's a little bit narrower so it'll fit in my purse nicey nice, and this is just a little too wide. So there's that. I am moving on from the Jibun Techo days. I only made it 10 days into this challenge, and I'm not really sad about it because it's not giving me joy, and I'm not using it. So what's the problem, you know? So I think I'm going to start another series on sticky notes and a Kanban board because I know people love Kanban boards with a little bit of a twist. So no worries there, and stay tuned. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.